What is up, YouTube? It's your boy D-Walk71, replaced it with a 4, and I'm here with my first pro wrestling review of the year, right? As I have my New Japan Pro Wrestling Wrestle Kingdom 13 review for you guys. Now, it is currently 6:05 a.m. in the morning. I wouldn't even say I stayed up for this show. It's just that my sleep schedule right now is like FUBAR. So like me staying up till 6 a.m. is normal, but like the bad thing about it is I go back to college like next week, so I have to kind of fix my sleep schedule within the next week so that I'm not like, messed up by the time I start classes and stuff. But that has nothing to do with this video. This show was amazing as usual. Wrestle Kingdom always delivers. Hold on, make sure my mic is correct. Wrestle Kingdom always delivers in their own unique individual way, whether it just be one match or the main event always will deliver no matter what. Every match will deliver to some type of capacity, and this show delivered. It was a very long show, but it didn't feel like it was a long show, which is something New Japan specializes in. I wish WWE could sometimes specialize in making a long show not actually be boring or dragging, because this was a very long show, but it didn't feel like it. Now, if I had one complaint about this show, it's a small complaint. I felt like a lot of matches got cut. So, like, a lot of matches were really short that could have used a couple minutes, but it didn't take away from the match, I would say. I felt like you can probably get more out of certain matches if you gave it like an extra 5 minutes. But that's my only gripe about this show. But other than that, it's pretty much a flawless show. Now, we had the pre-show match, which was it was like a 6-man, it was a number one contender gauntlet match for the never openweight 6-man tag team titles. Now, I was actually trying to watch this match, but New Japan World was like destroyed because everybody was on it at the same time, so their servers was just destroyed, so I had to wait a minute. By the time I got into it, the match was already taking place, so I really can't talk about the match as much. I know I caught the Minoru Suzuki entrance, which is the only thing I cared about for this match, because New Japan decided not to put Suzuki on the main card, so he was on the pre-show. He came out with the Killer Elite Squad, which is Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Lance Archer. And yeah, that's the only thing I cared about this match. The winners of this match ended up being the team of Taguchi, Togi Makabe, and Toru Yano, as they are now the number one contenders for the never openweight 6-man champions. I don't even know who the never openweight 6-man champions are actually right now. That's just a title I don't really care for. But we open up the show with the never openweight championship, as we had the champion Kota Ibushi defend the title against Will Ospreay. Now, this is a match I was actually looking forward to, just because I felt like a match of this caliber would be really good, because I like both competitors in this match. They're really good, Will Ospreay and Kota Ibushi. Now, there was one thing that really got me into this match, which was it was during, I think it was like a tag team match. It had to be like one of those randoms like shows that lead up to that lead up to Wrestle Kingdom, as this match had like Will Ospreay go for some type of hurricanrana. Oh no, Kota Ibushi went for a hurricanrana. He did it. Will Ospreay flipped and he stood and he looked back, and Kota Ibushi looked right back at him. The camera shot for it was really amazing. I was like, oh bro, I can't wait for this match. And this match was really good. This match was a mixture of the flippy stuff that they're known for, because both of these men have just gotten to the heavyweight division. They've been known as junior heavyweights for years now. Just think last year, Will Ospreay was in the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship Fatal 4-Way match. Kota Ibushi was facing Finn Balor or Prince Devitt at the time for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship at Wrestle Kingdom years ago as well. So they both were known as junior heavyweights, so they were known to have that flying stuff, and they did that in this match. But they also did get the strong style and the kind of hard hits in this match as well. Now, one thing I liked was that they were basically trying to kind of one-up each other, as like both men were trying to go for power bombs, and they kept reversing each other's power bombs into power bombs. There was another nice spot where they did recall that moment I just mentioned, where Kota Ibushi tried to go for something, and Will Ospreay flips over and looks at him, and Kota Ibushi turns around and looks at him back, and I'm like, whoa, that was nice. There was one part where Kota Ibushi got stuck in the Tree of Woe position, and Will Ospreay was just looking at him, and they just had a slap fest, and it was just so intense until Will Ospreay started doing the thing where he just started like stomping Kota Ibushi in the face. The ending of this match was essentially them trying to go for their finish, and then eventually Will Ospreay hit Kota Ibushi with some crazy kick to the face. Then after he had the kick to the face, he chopped Kota Ibushi in the neck and then hit the Stormbreaker for the win. Now, Will Ospreay won. He is the new Never Openweight champion. Now, one thing about this show is that every title match on the show had a title change, which I'm going to get into later once we get to the main event as to why I think that was very important for this match. After the match, unfortunately, I believe there's some type of injury for Kota Ibushi as he was being taken out on a stretcher. Like, they put him on a stretcher. I think they put a neck brace on him and everything, too. So it was all tight. It was crazy. I don't know if this is a storyline injury, if this is a real injury. I hope not. But apparently the commentator said they're going to give an update on it on New Year's Dash. Or they didn't mention it tonight on the Wrestle Kingdom, or not that I know of. So maybe they'll mention it at New Year's Dash. I really hope Kota Ibushi isn't hurt. So the next match we got was for the IWGP Junior Tag Team Championship. As usually, the IWGP Junior Tag titles open up the show, but they actually didn't open up the show, which is interesting. So we have Roppongi 3K versus Bushi and the brand new member of LIJ, Shingo Takagi. And then you had the I'm not gonna say their names, just know they're the junior tag team, and Suzuki-gun. I know how I could say El Desperado, but the other guy, I'm not even gonna attempt to say his name. This is like I said, this is like one of those matches that I would say kind of needed time, but it wasn't that important of a match in terms of it being like kind of hyped up, I guess. So I can't really. This match essentially was just everybody getting their stuff in a matter of like 10 minutes, I think. Yo and Show, Roppongi 3K came out with Rocky Romero shooting, I guess you could say smoke at people. It was like the Ghostbusters thing. But if I want to talk about this match, there's not that much to talk about. I really don't even remember much that happened in this match just because it was just a fast match, but it was okay. I could talk about the ending and what I think of it, as Shingo actually got the pinfall to win the match. So LIJ won the junior tag titles. They won the junior tag titles and the heavyweight tag titles and the IC title. That's interesting. So Shingo, the new guy in LIJ, got the pin. So I'm gonna assume that he is somebody that New Japan is going to be pushing really soon. Like, not now, but, 3 years from now, he's going to be, like, kind of a top guy. I could just tell by the way he was used in this match. He was kind of, he was using this match very well, and he got the pinfall to win. So I see them using him. And I've heard a lot of things about Shingo, so I've never heard of him before, but, like, after he was announced, I've heard people say he's a really good worker. So I guess we're just going to have to find out later on as, the year goes on for New Japan. After that, we got what was originally the ROH match spot, which is where they would have ROH in a match, but it would usually be like in the middle of the card. But it was actually the third match. We had Tomohiro Ishii versus Zack Sabre Jr. for the Rev Pro British Heavyweight Championship. This match was actually good. I liked it. There was a few things I didn't like Zack Sabre Jr. sitting up here no-selling a brain buster and going for like a some type of move where he like twisted Ishii's arm. There was a Canadian Destroyer. That was cool, I guess. Zack Sabre Jr.'s technical skills is nice. Zack Sabre Jr. is like one of the best technical wrestlers in the game right now. I mean that. I still have to see his match with Jonathan Gresham at Final Battle, because I heard that's really good, and I was actually looking forward to that match just from a technical standpoint. And then Ishii does what he does, and that's hit motherfuckers as hard as he can. And yeah, this match, if you would have put the never open weight title in this match, it would have been the same type of match where basically it gets technical, but it also gets to a strong style point where people go for suplexes and slaps to the face. Zack Sabre Jr.'s kicks were crazy. He kicked Ishii in the chest to the point where Ishii was like, "Come on, just keep hitting me, motherfucker." So the ending of this match saw Zack Sabre Jr. go for this weird octopus stretch where he was on his back and he was able to get Ishii's arm twisted and stuff. It was really weird. And Ishii did a verbal tap out by telling the referees to stop him. He was shaking his head. So Zack Sabre Jr. wins the Rev Pro British Heavyweight Championship. And it was actually a brand new title design for that company, I believe, because Zack Sabre Jr. mentioned it before. Then they showed it, so I guess it's a new title design. I don't really watch Rev Pro, so yay, I guess. So the next match we ended up getting was for the IWGP Tag Team Championship. Let me change that. The IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championships, as we had the champions God, Gorillas of Destiny, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa, that were accompanied by Jado or however you say his name, wearing a white face paint, and you had what's his name? Bad Luck Fale. And Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa had the best entrance in the entire Wrestle Kingdom. They came in with these clean Power Ranger masks, and Tama Tonga just sitting up here, hitting the Conor McGregor walk, and he was just doing his little stuff. It was really cool. Evil Sonata came out. Sonata was gonna summon a demon with his fan because it had like the 6-pointed star, or not the 6-point star, but the devil star or whatever. And I thought he was gonna summon a demon or something. And the Young Bucks came out to a pretty generic entrance, but it doesn't have Bullet Club on it. Just has Elite, and it's weird seeing them enter at Wrestle Kingdom without titles. I've just always known them to enter Wrestle Kingdom with like a crap ton of titles. This match was cool. It was you have to excuse me. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning. It was a good tag team match. I felt like for what we were getting out of this match, the time wasn't even that much of a factor. There's just certain things I didn't like, and it was going back to Tama Tonga basically, where he was basically saying he's a nice guy now after all the shit he was talking on Twitter. So like he did that, and it was actually funny at the beginning because like he was going at it with I believe it was Nick Jackson, and he was trying to shake his hand saying he was a good guy, and then the referee's looking at him like, what the fuck are you doing? So then he went for a handshake on Evil, and he didn't realize that also includes making a tag, and he got tossed over. There was another funny Tama Tonga spot where who did it? It was, I forgot. Somebody got put into a sharpshooter, and Tonga was like pushing the rope so the person can grab it. There, Jado and Balak Fale got involved but got taken out. And the ending of this match was the Young Bucks taking the pin from Evil and Sonata, hitting the finisher, hitting the Magic Killer. There was one thing about this match that's actually kind of stupid. And I wouldn't say it's stupid. It's just like, why are you still doing this? And it's basically Matt Jackson selling his back injury that he sustained from Wrestle Kingdom last year. Like, I guess the Young Bucks have taken criticism about not telling a story. And then they did tell a story with the back injury at the New Japan American show that happened in like March. I forgot the name of it. I think it was it Strong Style Evolved? I think it was Strong Style Evolved. If it was Strong Style Evolved, it was something. But the one that had the Young Bucks versus the Golden Lovers. And he sold his back in that match, and it made the story for that match amazing. He's still selling that back injury. Like, I saw another match. I saw the that ladder war match at Final Battle, and he was selling the back injury. I'm like, oh, he's still doing that. So I don't understand that. That shit's stupid. It was a good match. It was a send-off, I guess. I thought the Young Bucks was going to win, and then if they win the titles, then they probably confirms that they'll probably be getting something with New Japan for their brand new All Elite Wrestling promotion or whatever. So after that, we got the match I really did not care for. I don't care for this match. It wasn't even that good of a match. As we had Juice Robinson take on the champion Cody Rhodes with Brandy Rhodes for the IWGP US Championship. Now, I don't know. All of y'all people on the internet, all the wrestling fans seem to love Juice Robinson, saying, you know, he's way better than he was in WWE. But honestly, him getting released from WWE wasn't even a bad thing, because Juice Robinson is not that interesting to me now on New Japan. I don't find him interesting at all. One, I guess, cool thing is that Cody Rhodes made his debut in New Japan against Juice Robinson 2 Wrestle Kingdom ago, and now they're on the card fighting for the title. And Juice Robinson won. He hit the Pope Friction 2 times because, you know, he has to make it look better. Brandy Rose got involved. She went for her spear. I thought she would have improved as a wrestler. She's not that good. She went for a spear because, you know, she has shoulder surgery, so she has a bionic shoulder. So she went for a spear on Juice Robinson. Went for the worst type of punches, like Shane McMahon level type punches. Then Cody Rhodes eventually, you know, he had a crossroads for a near fall. He even hit a Pope Friction on CJ Parker before CJ Parker hit a Pope Friction onto Cody Rhodes twice, like I said, and won the IWGP US title. I don't care for Juice Robinson, and hell, I don't even care for the IWGP US Championship. If there's anything noteworthy, Cody Rhodes and Brandy both had a Jaguar themed wrestling gear because the co-owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Tony Khan, is apparently financing, allegedly, I'm pretty sure it's confirmed. That pretty much confirmed it. Is involved with the All Elite Wrestling promotion. Like, I think he's funding it and he's trying to make it as big as possible. I mean, I'm not even gonna say it's alleged. It's pretty much confirmed because they're gonna have a rally at Jacksonville, Florida. Okay, it only makes sense. The next match we ended up getting was a match I was looking forward to, but it was so damn short. Golly, this was a match that needed time, and the match after this needed some time. But there was the next match was cool, but this match I really wish this match had some time because I actually was looking forward to it. As we had Kushida defend the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship against Taiji Ishimori from the Bullet Club. Okay, so Kushida had a nice entrance as he came out, you know. It was like a little kid with a Kushida mask, and it was really freaky because the Kushida mask looked just like him. It was really creepy because the mask, I felt like the mask was staring right at me. It was really weird. It's like if a Michael Myers mask was staring right at you. It's crazy. So as soon as he did that, you could see Taguchi with the Doc Brown stuff on, and he tells the kid to stand right there on the stage. The smoke comes out, and when the smoke thins out, guess who shows up? None other than the time splitter himself, Kushida. But he didn't have the vest on this time. He had on a jacket that said time splitter on it. And he came out and he defended the title. This match was very short, but in the time there was certain things I did like. I always find this impressive when Taiji Ishimori does it, where he has the opponent kind of being on the ropes and he slides under and does a German suplex. That was nice. Kushida went for his Kimura lock for a near, and then there was one clean spot where Ishimori went for his finisher, and then eventually Kushida. No, Ishimori went for his finisher. Kushida caught his legs, put his legs on the referee's shoulder, and kicked Ishii in the face. Now, the ending of this match essentially was Ishii hitting the Bloody Cross for the finisher. It came literally almost out of nowhere after Ishimori hit a jumping double stomp on Kushida. He hit the finisher. He won. So Taiji Ishimori is the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. That's another title change. So far, there's been nothing but title changes. So the next match we got, which was the only match that wasn't a title match on this entire show, we had Kazuchika Okada versus Jay White. This is a story that's pretty much been fleshed out for a year. When it started with Jay White, you know, he first arrived last year and he was going to join the Bullet Club. He turned on Kenny Omega and he joined Chaos. But he told Okada, I will cross you, but I'm going to align myself with you all. for my own personal opportunities, essentially. And he did. And he was with Chaos all the way. You can skip all the way till the G1 Climax when Jay White faced Okada and he beat Okada in a match in the G1 Climax, right? So after that, eventually we get down to the part Okada gets turned on by his number one man, his number one guy, Gato, his hype man, turned on him and joined Jay White, right? He joined Jay White, and after that, and like I said, he turned on Kenny Omega and joined after he fake joined the Bullet Club. Jay White and Gato ditched Chaos and joined the Bullet Club because Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks and Adam Page and Marty Scurll and who else? Cody Rhodes are like not even in the Bullet Club anymore. They're part of the Elite, which is essentially the Elite ruined the Bullet Club. So Jay White, it seems like New Japan is doing something with him by putting him in the Bullet Club, making him the focal point of the Bullet Club now in this cutthroat era, as they like to call it. And we got Okada, but we didn't get Brokada. We didn't get the Balloons Okada. We got Rainmaker Okada. My man's came out, coin drop. We didn't get no dumbass remix of his theme song. We got the OG theme song, the coin drop. We got Okada, no red hair. He had the golden blonde hair. He had the big coat. You know, he had the shorts because, you know, he's been wearing disco pants since last Wrestle Kingdom. So he had on the traditional shorts he's been known to wear. But he had on some type of skirt as well. It was really weird. He came out, did his poses. I actually did the Okada pose a couple times in this match. Jay White also came out before Okada in a white and red attire. I guess they're supposed to be sending shots at Chaos. I don't really know. I don't really care. This match was actually I actually like this match. If this match would have got like, I say an extra 5 minutes, it would have been an instant classic. This match was really good. Okada really went back to his, you know, his self. You know, doesn't have red hair. He's not smiling into the camera. He doesn't have the balloons or none of that. And the story was implemented into this match a lot too. There was a point where Gato tried to put his hands on Okada, and Okada tossed Gato over. He jumped over the barricade onto Okada and Jay White. That was pretty cool, actually. There was another part where they just went for each other's moves I can't speak. They all went for each other's moves and stuff like that. Okada started going for his signature drop kick tombstone. He tried to go for the Rainmaker. The thing that pisses me off is that the cameraman fucked up the Rainmaker pose. When he goes for the Rainmaker pose, the camera is supposed to do a wide shot to show the crowd and then zoom back in so he hits the Rainmaker. They did that. They missed the opportunity twice. Okada hit I wouldn't even say reverse Rainmaker. It's just he turned and did the clothesline with the Rainmaker for a near fall. The ending of this match was really clean, though, as Okada did try to once again go for the Rainmaker, and then Jay White reversed it into, what's the name of his finisher? The Blade Runner, which is basically what Bray Wyatt's sister Abigail is, and he beat Okada. That means a lot right now because not only did Jay White beat Okada clean, right? He beat Rainmaker Okada. This is Okada at his highest peak, his highest form. This is his final form. The Okada that was main eventing like 4 Wrestle Kingdoms in a row. The God. He beat Rainmaker Okada. That means something in New Japan. It seems that New Japan has huge plans for Jay White, and that's cool. That's cool. I mean, I'm not that big of a Jay White fan. I know people that are, so I know they're happy to see that Jay White beat Okada clean. Rainmaker Okada. So it seems that New Japan does have big plans for Jay White, which is cool, I guess. You know, something different, something new. He beat Rainmaker Okada. I really don't know what's going to be next for Okada. But as for Jay White, I see Jay White just continue running rapid in New Japan and eventually probably getting a major IWGP heavyweight title a shot against Tanahashi, and that match would probably be really good. At particularly Dominion, maybe. But the next match we got was a no disqualification match for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship, as we once again had Y2J Chris Jericho, the champion, take on Tatsuya Naito. No DQ match. Great match. This was the first match that had my heart beating before we got to the main event. The match started the same way the previous match did, where somebody got attacked. But this time, Naito wasn't on the receiving end of the attack. It was Chris Jericho. As soon as he was posing on the apron, Naito just started attacking him, going ham. He was going ham on Chris Jericho for a minute until Jericho hit Naito in the neck with a kendo stick. I think he tried to go for a dive or something. Eventually, Jericho takes advantage. He hits a clean DDT on the table, and Naito sells it. He does like the RVD handstand from the DDT. Jericho does the thing where he flips off the camera again, calling back to his first Wrestle Kingdom match last year. He rang the bell, tried to get the referee to raise his hand. Then eventually chairs got brought into the equation for the match. Like I said, this match was starting to turn into a brawl, but eventually the wrestling started getting to it as both men hit their offenses in different ways. Then we implemented chairs. Jericho hit a Walls of Jericho for a near tap out. He had a couple code breakers, and I thought it was over with. He had one code breaker, Naito kicked out. Naito tried to go for the Destino again, and they did a callback to the ending of the match last time they wrestled, where Jericho pushed the referee out the way, kicks Naito on the balls, goes for the walls, not the walls of Jericho, the code breaker. He does it, but Naito kicks out. He learns from his mistakes. And the ending of the match was... actually, there was one other cool thing that happened. Naito actually hit a code breaker on Chris Jericho. The ending of this match was amazing. I actually screamed. I said yes, because the ending of this match was amazing. Naito is known for not liking the IWGP Intercontinental Championship because it's the title that took his main event spot away. And it made it seem like he actually cared for the title, but I guess he just doesn't want to see anybody else with the title except for him because he wants to treat the title like pure garbage. So the title gets brought into the ring. Naito grabs the title, right? And he hits Jericho in the face with the title. As soon as he hits him with the title, he throws the title out of the ring. Naito style. Not like, you know how wrestlers slide on the ring. No. This man threw it out of the ring with all types of disrespect. Then hits the Destino and wins the match. 1, 2, 3. We have a brand new IWGP Intercontinental Champion. Naito wins the title. I was actually really happy. I was actually chanting at my computer monitor, beat the fuck out that belt, because that's what Naito does. I thought he was going to start beating the crap out the belt. Jericho walked out all angry and stuff, you know, selling his character and stuff, because that was like his brand new character. By the way, Jericho was dressed like he was Jay White's father or something. Like, my man is 45 years old and he has like face paint and he's dressed up like he's going through a goth phase at like 18 or something. But it's whatever. So after that, Jericho, you know, sells the match, all angry and stuff. Naito was damn near ready to beat the fuck out the ref. He grabs the title. He was going to fight the commentators, but then he just starts dragging the title around like he usually does and walks to the ring and walks backstage. So that was that match. A really good match. I thought New Japan was going to peak at this match until we got to the main event, which was the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, as we had Kenny Omega versus Hiroshi Tanahashi, as Hiroshi Tanahashi gained the G1 Climax main event spot by defeating Kota Ibushi in another amazing match. And this match was amazing. The story of this match was essentially Kenny Omega saying Tanahashi's not supposed to be in the main event because he's old. He represents old Japan, and Kenny Omega represents new Japan, I guess. So this match was essentially them clashing styles. Kenny Omega doing this stuff he does that represents new Japan, and Hiroshi does his stuff that represents old Japan. And it actually took the story of the match really good because both men ended up doing each other's moves on each other. Like Kenny Omega did a high fly float. Kenny Omega did he do a switch? I don't know if he did a switchblade. But I know Hiroshi Tanahashi hit a dragon screw suplex and hit a what else did he hit? He hit a dragon screw suplex before hitting a high fly flow standing and a high fly flow on Kenny Omega. This match was really good. It was a lot of back and forth. Kenny Omega did the setup for his tope con hilo, where he jumps over the top rope to the outside, but Tanahashi didn't even catch him, so Kenny Omega essentially splat on the ramp. So that was pretty brutal, I guess. Tanahashi killed himself as he set Kenny Omega on the table, went for a high fly flow on the outside, crashed through the table, sold the ribs. There was another clean moment where Tanahashi kept attacking Kenny Omega's leg as he was going for all types of dragon screws on Kenny Omega while Kenny Omega was trying to enter the ring, while Kenny Omega was on the rope. There was a certain part where Kenny Omega hit a dragon suplex off the top rope for a near fall. But the ending of this match was really, really good, you know, as essentially I'm sorry, I'm reading the match now so I can remember what happened. Yeah, I remember. So after both men are pretty much dead, after doing each other's moves onto each other, you know, telling the story of the match that they are just clashing styles. Tanahashi actually hit a Styles Clash on Kenny Omega, which I thought was really interesting. The ending of this match saw Kenny Omega go for his 1,000,000th V-trigger, because he had a lot of V-triggers in this match and each of them looked brutal. And he's about to set up for the One Wing Angel before Tanahashi got out of it, hit a sling blade, and went for the high fly flow. 1, 2, 3, he wins the match. It was an amazing main event match. I made sure I made note of that on Twitter, that this was an amazing match, amazing show. Now, like I said, every championship changed hands, which means that New Japan, it seems to be taking their company back from Americans in terms of the Bullet Club and Elite. It seems like this is a new era going in to New Japan, and I guess we can see where the direction of the show is going at New Year's Dash. I don't even know if I'm going to watch that, because that's at like 3:30 in the morning. It's already like 6 o'clock. So yeah, really, really good show, really good main event. A lot of the matches were good. I just felt like there was a few matches that needed time to be amazing, but this is still a good show. It probably is going to be show of the year unless Dominion does something crazy like they did last year. Yeah, it was a really good show. Now, I don't know if I want to start doing this because this is my first wrestling review of the year of 2019, if I start grading shows. But if I'm going to grade Wrestle Kingdom, I'm going to give it a A, just a straight A, because those last two matches were really good. I just feel like maybe time could have made a few matches better, but I like where New Japan is going from here, so I'll give this show an A. It was a really, really, really good show. Anyway, guys, make some announcements, I guess. What other shows are coming up? Still don't know if I'm still rocky if I want to do the Impact Homecoming show review. If I do it, it's gonna be it's gonna be a decision I make the day of, because I don't know. I usually, when it comes to Impact now, it has to be a match that brings me in, and there's only a few matches I'm gonna watch that's gonna actually like bring me in. But another thing is, I don't really watch the actual Impact shows. Like, I watch some of the clips on YouTube, but I never actually watch the shows because I don't have time to. The show's on at like 9 o'clock, I think, or 10 o'clock or something like that. I don't have time for that. But definitely we'll be doing NXT UK Takeover Blackpool. I just caught up on all the episodes, or at least the episodes for the last couple of weeks that I missed. So I was able to catch up. It's actually getting really interesting. And then, of course, you know, the other shows I do on here, which is NXT TakeOver Phoenix, which is in January, and Royal Rumble this year. So that's going to be that's going to be like 3 more reviews you got this month, and whatever else I decide to do on this channel. But anyway, guys, like, comment, favorite, subscribe. Do what you do to support me. Follow me on all my social media links down in the description below. Anyway, guys, I'm out. Peace.